When my girlfriends and I talked about our husbands, I would always exaggerate my Harry's positive qualities, because I knew that he was secretly watching us. So why not make him happy? After all, Harry always did nice things to me.
Take this. Happy anniversary.
The next morning, he decided to book us a resort. Now, don't be too quick to judge me. I wasn't with him for money, quite the opposite. I chose Harry because he wasn't rich. I earned so much more money than my husband, but he was not aware of it. I did not want to hurt his self-esteem, so I secretly changed our economy class seats to business and told him that the airline had done it for free, in honor of our first anniversary. My husband believed me, just like he believed his own charisma.
They have never seen such a perfect couple.
You might be wondering why I needed him. Well, because he was naive, and I knew for sure that he would never betray me. I had dealt with enough cheating at that point. My ex was a famous businessman, and his handsome, confident face was in every business magazine cover. Because of that, there was a long line of gold diggers. After the divorce, I went with Harry. Even after renting a cheap car and getting helplessly stuck in the middle of the road, he was better than my ex. Two charming girls offered to give us a ride to the hotel. Harry kept telling unfunny jokes all the way there, and the girls giggled so they wouldn't upset him. I put on my headphones to distance myself from the embarrassment and pretended to be asleep during the trip. One of the first day of vacation, I decided to go to the spa and spent a lot of money there. Harry didn't have to know about it. I pretended to have a cold and told him that it was okay for him to go skiing by himself.
No problem. I'm gonna give the locals a master class.
Finally, I wouldn't have to hide my fortune. I ordered all the treatments available at the hotel. When I entered the hammam, I heard a familiar laugh. The girls who kindly gave us a ride the day before were there. I popped in to say hello, but much to my surprise, I found Harry with them. My husband was having fun with the young girls. I went into a fit of rage.
Honey, are you feeling better?
Harry started making silly excuses. He told me that he had chosen the steepest ski slope, but ended up pulling a muscle, and that the girls offered to help him. However, I didn't want to listen. I didn't marry him so that he could cheat on me. The same evening, I sat at the bar feeling sad. My life plan had crumbled. All of a sudden, I heard a familiar melody. Harry was standing on one knee holding a microphone, singing our wedding song. He tried to beg me for forgiveness, but that only annoyed me even more. Then, Harry tried to force me to dance with him.
come on! Have you forgotten how good we are together?
At that moment, a stranger saved me. He asked me if I wanted him to get rid of Harry. But there was no need. Next to that handsome man, Harry felt insignificant and left. The friendly stranger, on the other hand, stayed.
Can I get you something?
That evening I said no. It took me a while to understand that both poor and rich can cheat. After all, money isn't what leads a man to cheat on you.
On my birthday, I wished for a new husband. That dumb man gave up his rich dad's fortune and got a job as a kindergarten earning pennies.
I asked the kids to draw you. Isn't it nice?
It would be nice if you could make more money, Happy. It seems that those little rascals are more important to you than money. So, we'll start chasing my birthday wish and try to get pregnant from a rich man today. I have to go. My friends are waiting. My plan was simple. While Donald was dreaming of fairy tales at night, I would sleep with a rich guy, give birth to his little rock rat, and turn my fairy tale into reality. However, none of my dates made it to the third base. I didn't understand what was going on until they hinted at my little problem.
Darling, don't take this the wrong way. Your face is nice, but it wouldn't hurt you to get some upgrades.
That was when I realized that I needed new breasts. But the surgery was very expensive, and my nanny's salary was usually gone after one shopping trip. It was time to use my trump card, the one I'd been hiding for so long. Donald wanted a brat of his own, but I didn't want to have a baby with that loser, so I told him I was infertile. It worked like a charm. Time flies, baby. It's time for me to become a mother. I told him that I was ready to give artificial insemination a try, but I was actually going to spend the money on implants. But IVF costs a lot of money. $15,000 to be exact.
I'm so happy, my love. Give me a month and you'll have the money.
Donald worked 24/7. For the sake of having a family, he even got a job as a night loader at a warehouse. Meanwhile, I was getting ready to seduce rich guys by photoshopping my breasts on a dating app. I made them the size that they would be in months. Alex immediately noticed my photo. He was a rich and surprisingly young oilman. The millionaire was charmed by my shapes and wanted to meet me. But I had to wait for my husband to get the money. Suddenly, my plan was at risk.
Honey, are you done? I'm not feeling well.
2 jobs and a constant workload drained Donald. He developed health problems, and I had to make sure that my love can make the deadline. Not only that, but Megan, the headmistress of the kindergarten, started hitting on my husband, and she could ruin everything.
I'm so worried about you. Maybe you should take a day off?
But I knew exactly what buttons to press to cheer Donald up. Dear, Megan is right. The children can wait. They are not what's important here. My trick worked, because children always came first for Donald.
Now I'm fine. I will keep working.
While I fell more and more in love with Alex and our connection, my hubby managed to collect the necessary amount of money.
This is the last 1,000. I will be a father soon.
So naive. You're hugging me for the last time. 2 weeks later, Donald was waiting for me at the clinic, believing that he would be meeting his pregnant wife. However, someone totally different stood behind him. I didn't stammer. That was his thing. I immediately told him the whole truth. Nothing personal, honey. I just want to enjoy my life. My deceit hurt Donald badly. He immediately filed for divorce and never said a word to me again. Yet, I didn't care. I was one step closer from the life I had dreamed of. On our first date, Alex rented a presidential suite. There it was, the fairy tale I desired. I didn't waste time. I drank some champagne and rushed to bed with the young tycoon. That night was amazing. But when I woke up the next morning, Alex was nowhere to be found. I was told at the reception desk that he hadn't paid for the suite. I didn't know where my tycoon was. Later that day, at a cheap gas station in the outskirts of the city, I got the shock of my life. Behind the car register was my beloved oil man. As it turned out, the youngster account was not legit, and he pretended to be a millionaire so girls would sleep with him.
Nothing personal, honey. I just want to enjoy life.
A few months later, things got even worse as I spotted Donald with his new wife, Megan. He was very happy. At that moment, I realized that I had traded a caring husband for an imaginary future. In the end, I was left all alone, just me and my big breasts, which no one cared about. Remember that while looking for buried ephemeral treasures, you might just find yourself trapped in a pit.